Hey guys, how's it going? Go See Rich here today, and today we're going to be doing some more maintenance on the good old Fxfb. If you have been doing your oil changes and doing your primary and all that other fun stuff, a lot of people neglect to do the spark plugs. I'm going to show you how easy it is. First thing you're going to need is 4 new plugs, 6R10s. Get yourself some dielectric grease, really important. You don't need necessarily to get new plug wires every time. It's good to do your plugs. A lot of people do them every 20,000, 25,000. Again, it's up to you. Choose your variable. It's just nice to stay ahead of the game and change them before you need them, so that way you're always having really nice spark, so that way you can burn that fuel as efficiently as you can. Also, if you're doing any modifications to your bike, it's really good to have good plugs in your bike, or at least fresh plugs in your bike. Blah. Anyways, it's also a very easy thing to do. It only literally requires a torque wrench and a regular wrench, so that way we can go ahead and make sure we torque them to spec, because you don't want to strip out the top of your heads. And the best thing to do is, some people will get angry at me for doing this, but you can grab them by the top of the wire and just slowly pull up, and they just pop out like so. Leave that just off to the side. Go over here, do the exact same thing over here, and you'll see they pop out just like so, and there is your spark plug. Inspect in there. The reason why is if you see any oil or debris in there that you really don't want to, and it could lead to bigger problems. You could have a leak on the top of the jug there. So anyways, and if it's that, then you might want to consult a Harley tech before you go on, because it's going to be a much bigger job than you thought. Anyways, right here, go ahead. We can actually reach the top of this boot. That is the easiest plug to get at. And then, well, you just watch me pull them out. Might as well just do the last one there. Okay, now that we've exposed the plugs, you will see these are the absolute easiest. This side is the annoying side. So let's just go ahead and show you the annoying side. First things first, for this side, you're going to have your 5/8 spark plug socket with a pretty big extension. Now, if you're worried about the paint on your bike, you can throw in some painter tape right here. If not, you would just simply go on. Make sure that's a spark plug socket, so that way it hugs the spark plug. You're going to want to be careful. I always like to keep the handle away. I'll even put my hand right here and just do this. You're going to notice just how minor that plug is in. Again, we'll do this. You can put a finger right here, and you're just going to slowly unscrew. And if you want to be careful with it, you can just do that. Slide out slowly, and we'll go ahead, and that plug's looking pretty good. Doesn't look like it's too fouled up, but we'll still go ahead and replace it. You can go ahead, and if you look at the tip, you know what you can always do? There you go. You can go on Google and look up spark plug and determination. And what it'll do is it'll go ahead and tell you the good colors for said spark plug. And if you notice that one plug is a different color than the rest, it can tell you a lot about the cylinder it's working in. Go ahead, put a little bit of dielectric grease all the way up from here to here. That way it's protected against corrosion. Don't put it on the threads. The only thing that some spark plug companies used to say is you should throw a little bit of anti-seize on the threads. I don't see anything needing that here. If you so wish, go ahead. Just a lot of companies don't require it anymore. Anyways, from here, by throwing that little bit of dielectric grease on, it tends to allow the socket to slip off a little easier from the rubber grommet, and it lubricates it. We'll now slip the extension with socket back on and just hand thread it in. It needs to go in buttery smooth. If you notice that it's trying to catch, the best thing to actually do is unscrew it first and then screw it in, because it'll actually help line up the threads. So one thing you can do is, I like to use a smaller socket here. We're going to just slide this in first, And then clean flow rag right here. And again, we're just trying to get that to line up. Perfect. Harley asked for 10 to 15 Newton meters. I'm going to do this to 10 foot-pounds. Again, just like that, and then right there, 10.2. And that's all I'm going to do. You can do it in inch pounds as well. You can convert that over using Google, 10 to 15 Newton meters to inch pounds if you only have an inch pounds torque wrench. From there, let's do the other one. Again, I'll show you these two, this one and that one, but the other side is so darn easy. I mean, if you can do these two, the other two are buttery smooth. Afterwards, just make sure you sink that back in. There. Sure, yep, that should be it right there. And again, you should feel it suck in, and then if you try to pull it out, it won't come out very easy. Yeah, we're in there. Now, I was gonna say this, some people will say to me, oh, well, if you pull on that wire, there's a chance it could break internally. I will tell you this, trying to get in here with a pair of pliers, you're going to score your heads. You can try putting painter's tape in here. You can try lots of things. Try bending it away, which I think will do more damage to the inside of the plug. If your plug's so damaged, or your wire is so damaged that when you pull it, it separates, or you feel anything crinkly or anything breaking in there, replace your darn wires. That's what I'll say to you. As you can see, a much smaller extension. Go ahead. Right there. Make sure you're on off still. If you're like me, I'll always put my hand against the tank and that before I pull up. Again, it shouldn't be a hard process all the way out. You should be able to get this out with your fingers at some point. If it's a hard process all the way out, you have bigger issues, that's for sure. There it is again. Again, plug's looking good. Let's see if I can focus on that. Aha. Yep. So, grab another spark plug, throw your dielectric grease on, hand thread it in. Again, never drop the plug in. Just go like this. Figure this would be kind of cool and educational for you. This is a feeler gauge. This is 0.8. To be in Harley spec, it has to be 0.8 to 0.9. Now, if I go ahead and slide this under the old plug, it still just barely gets in there. Why is this good? It means that it was still in spec. I'm still happy with that plug, although I am swapping them out just out of habit. I'll hold these or hold on to them just in case. And then this is the new one. It just slides in as well. So again, our plugs were in really good shape and these new ones are within spec. You can do this to make sure that these plugs didn't get dropped or anything during shipment and the gap isn't off. And again, a feeler gauge, you can get these off Amazon or Harbor Freight or Princess Auto, whatever you want to go to. And they're darn cheap and they'll save you a whole lot of headache. There we go, 10.3. It's good to see. I can always double check. Let's see. There we go. Oh, that's going to be a fun one. If you ever run into this issue, slide the socket in, kind of bend it down towards you or towards the wheel, and it should help slide it out. Make it easier on yourself. You can pop this off. Let's see if it'll allow me to do it. Just like that. Then it's not going to be in the way. And then from here, if you want, you can do both at the same time. I always suggest, though, that you do one at a time. And the reason why is then, if something looks fishy with the plug, you remember which one you pulled out from where. If you just pull them both out and you don't automatically check, it's going to be a headache. And again, this just goes to show you how easy this side is. Again, that's going to be just as easy. Just go ahead and do the exact same thing. Both new plugs are in. Let's go ahead and just sink these bad boys on. Again, you should feel that click and it should slide down. Just there, and go here. And just sink them down. And that's how easy it is to change the spark plugs. Just again, make sure that they're fully seated. You should not be able to pick them up and pull on them and for them to slide off very easily. If they do, then it's not seated correctly, or your spark plug wires are old and maybe the part that's clipping onto the tip of the plug is worn away or broken. Make sure you inspect it. Sometimes you can get away with finding where it is located on the boot and then kind of giving it a squeeze of the plier to tighten it up a little bit. But at that point, I'd be getting new plug wires, even though they're like, I think from Harley, they're $80, but there is other options available. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Press the like if it helped you out. Subscribe for more.